Come over here. Remember these lights? Oh, they were like a billy club. That was the in thing. But once you put 6 or 8 batteries in it, you're walking around limping because you're kind of side heavy. And not that it made it any brighter, you know, even though the mag light. The mag light. All right, where can I put you guys? We're going to open this up just to take a gander, see what the hell's in there. I want to put you someplace. Now, there's no place to put you. Wait a minute. Is there a place here? Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. How's that? Let's see. Yeah, that'll get you up close for now. I get into a little bit for you. Get this out of the way. I mean, having this up here really doesn't make it work out. That's not bothering it. It's not covering anything. Let's make sure this is not plugged. Let's get this out of the way. Hold on a minute. Get their cutters. There's things that are here that I'm not using anymore. And if I do decide to use them, I'll just rewire it. Like that. Okay. Ah, I think this is just finger replacement. Remember that compass I had? I had it hanging in the back for 5 or 6 years, and before that it was hanging someplace else. And then when I went to use it, it didn't want to work anymore. Apparently because it was hanging for too long. Who the hell knows? So I took it and I put it on one of those slow motors that I had. I think I put it on the 5 revolutions per minute. And I let it run overnight, being flat. And the next thing you know, it's working fine. Because it is a good little compass. You know, this is more or less so that you have it on your neck when you're using it, so you don't lose it in the water. But it's not made to be hung on that, and as far as I know. Because I hung it on there, and after a number of years, it was not accurate in any way, shape, or form. But I did put it on. It did turn overnight. Next day, I checked it against a azimuth compass, and it works fine. Okay, so here's what we have in here. What do we have? We have a dusty little mess. There is a little filter here. Now here's what he replaced. I'm talking about these things. There's 2 of them. But there's nothing there. There's no place to where you can bolt them up. Oh, wait a minute. No, it won't go there either. I was going to say back here, but there's no small holes. There's no holes anywhere that I can see. 2 small ones or 1 big one and 2 small ones. Or whatever. There's nothing around here anywhere. Huh. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get the air hose over here and clean this up a little bit. Let's spray it a little bit with some air. Yeah. Now, again, I have no idea. But we have this hose coming out of this, which looks like it has something to do with the chimney, because that's where it's connected. This looks like the motor, and it goes down to this flat piece that has the heat sink on it, and it looks like it has some type of a transistor or something on it. You see it back there? Hey, bud, or Nick. It turns, but I think that's just a cover. Now it goes to the bottom. That hose goes down to the bottom. But there's also a spot on the top that looks like it takes the hose. And behind that there's a relay of some sort right here. What you doing, bud? How are you? How's my Nicky? You want a taste? Yeah. No? What do I do with the flashlight? Oh, right in front of me. What does that say? Oh, it does turn. Okay, what is that? HYP. P plus and P minus. Okay, and I was just turning the darn thing. Okay. That must have something to do with whatever air is being sucked in and out. That's what I gotta think it is. Let me see if there's a spot where I can feel as to where it may have been. Yeah. Feels like it was right there. Okay. And this battery went dead. I gotta change this light out somehow. The bulb, that is. Just check it. Okay, check it. Okay. Alright, so that does turn. Now what I want to do is somehow hook up this to a ground. I don't know. It's just, I feel it should be grounded. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a heat sink of some sort or a way of mounting it. But where would you mount it? There's no place to mount. I mean, that's really crazy. It has no place to mount it. I know the igniter's working, so I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, so I made a little plate, bolted them to the plate, bolted the plate to this plate is bolted to that plate. So if there's any type of grounding, it should be grounded. If in fact it's supposed to be grounded. But just hanging there, I don't think that should have been. Okay, so anyway, and then again, this is really not a ground, I wouldn't think. But it's just, if it's supposed to be bolted, bolt it. That's the only way I look at it. I don't know. So that's where we're at. So I put that on there, and it seems to be a little bit better. Okay. Fast enough to keep the water going off the back. I mean, it was like this, but it was okay. It wasn't a Davy Jones, but it was underwater.